We've got down, and as you can probably see, it's a little bit wet at the moment, covered in snow, so it's pretty cold. We've just found a fish right on the edge, and he's only in probably 6 inches of water, so I'm going to go with a little blowy, just put that right in front of him, and hopefully the blowies create that reaction that he's going to grab it. But he looks to be a reasonable fish, so with a bit of luck we'll get him on the end of this. Yep, and that was a pretty good take there. And that's that blowfly. I mean, it's pretty cold, but they just can't resist, and he'll be a sizable fish. That was good. We always say you need your first cast to be one of your better ones, and the more you cast, you're almost halving the chances of catching the fish, because they just know something's wrong. And he'll surprise us. The size of this fish, he's a good fish. He's a good fish. They're going to have a bit of power, so all you can do is get a good rod, stalker glide, always going to be hard to beat in a 6-weight. They're going to be pretty powerful fish. Keep the pressure on. We'll try and keep him out of those rocks. And if I keep that rod high, that'll keep the line hopefully away from the rocks, and we'll just work him back. The only other thing to worry about too is a lot of these undercut banks, and they'll get in there and there'll be lots of grass roots and tree roots, and they'll literally rub that fly out and end up losing them. So if we can just work him and see how he goes. Good fish. Yep, let's just get that. Now he's just holding, he's not sort of going anywhere. If we can get that net in him, and that's a ripper. That's an absolute ripper. So he's a good fish. He's a thumper. I'll bring him out in a sec. We'll just keep him in the water. But just as Mark behind the camera pans around, if you have a look at some of these mountains that are covered in snow, and it's just incredible what you can achieve. You know, just as you see around here, it's freezing cold, absolutely freezing cold. Snow on the hills, and you can walk up a river like this rather than sitting at home on the couch. You walk up a river like this, you spot a fish of this size, and you get him to take a blowfly first cast. Life's pretty good. Life's pretty good. Sway him. 5:45. 5:45. That's not too bad on a wet day. You'd put up with that. Put up with that. And that's just a thumping fish. We'll get him out. If you look at him, and that water's cold too, by the way. Okay. Oh, that's a cracker. Absolute cracker. Just the depth on that is incredible, incredible. Just a beautiful fish. Just a male, and we better get him back in. Perfect. Yeah. Beautiful. Well, he's standing up there. He's he'll get his breath back and go away. So that's terrific. But that's what it pays to do. When you walk up a river, look on the edges, you're going to find fish there. And if you can get a fish almost 6 pound, you know, on a dry fly on a day like this, well, that just makes fly fishing all worthwhile, you know. So yeah, we'll keep going. We might even find another one. But after a fish like that, who cares anyway? Right, we've just spotted one just on the edge of the bank there. There's a little bit of a backwater there, and he's just sitting just where the current's going to bring food to him. So we've gone with this one. He's probably a couple of feet deep. So we've gone with a couple of nymphs under an indicator, and we'll throw that up. See if he likes it after I untangle it.
As the weather and the language deteriorated, the guys headed for home and held on to hopes of a more promising forecast in the days to come.